Thank you for viewing this video on the Roush CleanTech Generation 4 propane fuel system depressurizing and priming. This video will show you the steps to drain the fuel lines and rails, then pressurize the system again after service has been completed. The fuel system includes safety features and shutoffs to segment fuel system areas. For this procedure, we are going to use 9/16, 5/8, and 3/4 wrenches, 9/16 and 3/4 crow's feet, torque wrench, and leak detecting solution. To begin, park the vehicle outside at least 35 feet or 11 meters from any type of ignition source. Next, remove the fuel tank cover plate. The location of this fuel tank cover will change among vehicle platforms. Close the manual shutoff valve. This is located on the tank supply valve. Disconnect the fuel pump electrical connectors. These are the black and gray 2-pin connectors located at the fuel tank access plate. Start the engine and allow it to run until it stalls. This purges the supply and return fuel lines of some liquid propane. Note that this procedure could set fault codes due to the fuel pumps being unplugged and the system's inability to build fuel rail pressure with the manual shutoff valve closed. These codes should be cleared before returning the vehicle to service. Next, turn off the ignition and disconnect the negative battery terminal. Slowly loosen the supply fuel line connection on the outlet side of the supply line filter. On Bluebird buses, this is located at the front of the fuel tank. On other vehicle platforms, this filter is located along the left-hand frame rail. Next, slowly open the return fuel line at the return valve located on the fuel tank. This will bleed off the remaining fuel from the fuel rails and the return fuel line. Now that the lines and fuel rails are depressurized, it is safe to perform fuel system repairs that do not include the fuel tank to be opened. Tighten the lines that you have loosened. The supply line will get tightened to 28 Newton meters or 21 foot-pounds. The return line will get tightened to 31 Newton meters, 23 foot-pounds. Now it is time to prime the fuel system. Start by connecting the negative terminal on the battery. Make sure that there is fuel in the tank. While at the fuel tank, ensure that the manual shutoff is closed. Connect the fuel pumps, ensuring that they are fully seated. Next, key the vehicle to start. Once you hear the fuel pumps activate, slowly open the manual shutoff valve. This will help ensure that we pressurize the lines without tripping the excess flow valve that is built into the supply valve. Once the vehicle starts, open the manual shutoff all the way. If the vehicle cranks but does not start, close the manual shutoff and repeat the process. Lastly, leak check every fitting and component serviced in the procedure. We recommend using a bubbling solution such as Snoop. Bubbling leak detecting solutions can be found at many tool and equipment suppliers. Do not use any corrosive soaps to check for leaks. The vehicle is now ready to return to service.